Hi, I'm Stu. During my final vlog from Universal Studios Japan, where I watched their WaterWorld show, and I also head back into Super Nintendo World at night. The park is quite disjointed, and in fact, like, I've had to walk about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, down like this wooded, fake wooded area to get to Harry Potter World. Now, that's not necessarily a problem because actually it means you are slowly kind of begin to get immersed in the area. I quite like it. It just does mean it's one way in, one way out, and it can be a bit full on. Why do all this if that's... You could just literally put trees, put anything else in front of it. It says it's 100 minutes. Maybe what, 60 in a single rider? Right, so I've got my little card. You've got to keep the card. That means you only get one go, basically. And then look how crazy it is in here. There's people everywhere. And then you got to go back this way to join the queue. This way, exit. Single rider?
Single? Okay.
Yeah, this way. Hi, thank you. Yeah. Let's see what the queue's like. It's probably about 10-15 minutes. This is the fastest moving queue. It's the same as, you know, the Motorbike Adventures one, where they move, like they put all the evens to the left. Oh no, to be fair, no they don't actually, I'll take that back. But it's a very good system. It means that every time it gets to the top, everyone's in a 4. Every time. There does seem to be massive gaps. Is there a pre-show or something? I think there was a pre-show in Orlando, but then when I did it, they weren't running the pre-show. Okay, so I am currently back in here, and now on this side, I'm not a single rider anymore. We had a ride stoppage that time, and I'm talking 20 seconds ride stoppage. It did mean that a couple of screens were out of sync, but then the rest of the ride was fine. But as soon as we came off, they ushered us through this door to come and do it again. So I'm not going to say no to that. And now queuing to get into the lockers. It is a cracking ride, Forbidden Journey. However, the locker situation there is enough to give anyone claustrophobia. There's so many people in the lockers coming in and out of it because they're not double-sided, and it is just utter chaos. They give you a little slip to ensure you only get to ride once. Also, don't bother putting your phone in there or anything because you don't get any sort of metal stand at all. I was on and off in 10 minutes, joining the queue. Got myself a drink. It's the most expensive Coke Zero I've purchased. Was I think in Japan actually. So we're here. I don't know if loads of people are still heading this way. Pretty sure I can film this. So I put some snippets in. It's a shame this isn't more like often because it's a good show. This from memory. A lot of people in this queue. They're still letting people into the queue though, and not suggesting that it's full. Absolutely fantastic. Minimal chatter, mostly action, lots of pyro, lots of fireworks, lots of Oh, there is another show at 5. But they didn't list that anywhere, not on the app, not anywhere. It only ever said 3. It's just great, and the plane coming over. First time that happened over in California, I was like, that is business, that is good crack that. Highly recommend. And I'm glad I went to see it again now, because I forgot how good it was. One area we've not seen at all is Wonderland. Now, you can, on the app, reserve and ride from 4 or 5 rides in here. So I know Snoopy's on there, Elmo's skateboard or something like that's in there. I don't get the obsession with Snoopy. He seems to be big everywhere, except in the UK. Was he not made in the UK? Was he made in America? I don't know. That's quite fun, isn't it, for teacups? Cupcakes instead. And a little balloon ride. I think that's the end of it. This looks like it's a massive, like, soft play type playland area. You also got Elmo's skateboard down here somewhere. In fact, it's just the bottom there. I'm gonna head back there, I think. Come to the back of it down here. A driving school, which is ceased operation currently. In fact, it's massive. It's got loads of pedestrian barriers as if it's been used for something else.
Yeah, I'm trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. Since city's calling, oh, what's around to judge me?
Now, those vocals don't sound brilliant, don't get me wrong, better than I could ever do. However, to give them credit, that's like, they're like 15 minutes into a dance routine now. So the fact they can still get anywhere near the right notes is quite impressive, to be fair. All that's left now is to head into Super Mario Land, Super Nintendo World. Oh, I'm getting tired now. This is the end of a almost 2-week trip. I am flagging now, and it's a not that bad. And it's I'm going back to Shanghai, spending a day and a half there, and then I'm flying back to the UK. So I'm going to finish off with a ride on Cooper's Challenge, which I do love. It is a bit weird and it doesn't quite work for me. However, just the whole nostalgia thing, like I said earlier. So as soon as you come in, I don't remember seeing this morning, but they got the bandstand. How much are they? 4,200 yen. What's that, about 20, 25 pound? All the staff just keep on saying, here we go. Every time you interact with them. So when we come out, I'm hoping this will all be lit up. So you see here people are earning coins by dumping these. Got 2 out of 3. The queues for these aren't insane if you wanted to play along and use the band. If you try and kind of hit it the right time. Is this just in a shop? A Mario Kart shop? So I have a very, very quick peek through here, and you'll see.
Go see the minions.
It's not this one. It looks the same, but in just a few weeks, a few months maybe. This will be. I mean, this is a very tight space to get the crowds through here, but that is very much Donkey Kong Land. I can't. Oh, there's a little snack kiosk here. I'm gonna head into the single rider. It says about 80 minutes. I won't bore you again with all the insides of this, so I'll see you on the other side. I will time it to see how long it actually takes. I'll also mention if you miss out on anything doing a single rider. I don't think you will, but other than the queue line, obviously. There's a lot of flapping going on.
May we have your attention, please? The attraction has been interrupted due to a safety check. Please wait where you are. Thank you for your cooperation.
I think we're about to be kicked out of a single rider queue. Even though the ride seems to be running again now. It's definitely that more normal host, normal people through. If that makes sense.
The attraction has completed the safety check and will now resume normal operation. Thank you for your cooperation.
To be fair, it does move. The queue does move when it's going. It's been about a downtime of about 40 minutes now. Why is it putting them back down? He was about to give them the single riders. Ever since this guy at the front kicked off, it's like no one exists now in the single rider queue. What's going on? Okay, that was definitely the problem. Yes, thank you. Arigato, thank you. Oh, I've got it. Yes. It means we're getting on. That makes me so happy. I genuinely then thought for a minute we won't be getting on it. If there's no queue now, though, I'll be annoyed because we've been waiting up there for ages. In fact, we're walking straight down. There's literally about 10 people there now. Just in time to see it at night. I got a better score that time. What's dead funny is everything's closed. Look how busy this area is. I'll be honest at night it looks a bit yeah. You know what it feels like? This is quite brutal, lighting wise. It looks a bit like a fairground. And I just mean obviously not the theming, but I just mean like lighting wise. It's been lit by like really, see the lights are all cold white LEDs. It just doesn't, I don't think it really complements it at all. Oh, that's disappointing. Like I expected to see like yellows and this sort of like warmer colours, but it's all lit up with like really cold floodlights. It feels like I'm being quite harsh with that, but like in there, it's all lit up yellow and it looks like nicer. It looks floodlit. Does that make sense? Like a school field or something like that. Yeah, it's a bit harsh, I think. Like when I was in DisneySea the other day and it was all beautifully lit and subdued, and yeah, I don't really know what to make of it. Like Bowser's Castle, you see how there's like dimly lit? Inside there, it's stunning and beautifully lit. So I thought, okay, but it looks like they've gone for the strongest bulbs possible. Oh yeah, I don't like that at all. Right, so can you have a good day at Universal Studios Japan without Express Pass? Let's get to the entrance and we'll answer that question. The Hollywood Dream Coaster with the lights on. It looks great. It's been a while since I've seen a train that looks really good in the dark. So can you have a good day? Well, let's reflect. We got into Mario Super Nintendo World twice. Once off the bat by going there directly first thing, and I got a timed reservation via the app. Again, it all worked fine. It is just a bit of a lottery of when it becomes active. I just literally kept checking the app to see when it was when it went live. Did all the major coasters that were open. Obviously one of the coasters is closed, a dark ride coaster, like a Mack spinner. Not interested. I did every ride, sort of, other than Spider-Man, which obviously it's its final day today. A lot of people will come to do that because of that reason. Well, that's fair enough. However, single rider, you can get everything done in this time. However, I have not stopped. I stopped to have some food for maybe half an hour. Other than that, I've always been in the queue. It's the first time ever I've actually put my headphones on in the queue in the theme park to distract me from the wait times. Express is hard to get, yes. However, it is not oversold. So unlike in Orlando and in parks like Portaventura and stuff, Express is not oversold. In fact, I've barely seen any Express coming into any of the queue lines, which means it hardly, and this is why they're so expensive, it hardly affects the main queue. The main queues here, they do move. It's not like the other Japanese parks we've been to, excluding Disney. The queues move, and it feels good to be in the queue. So even if you go into the normal queue rather than the single rider queue, psychologically, like I said before, it feels alright. I do think that Universal are just rinsing the Japanese with how polite they are and how willing to queue they are in general. It's not acceptable. This park is busier than the Universal Studios Orlando parks today, like by like a long way. There's a lot of people here and the capacity is nowhere near what it should be. Spider-Man's closed as of tomorrow. That's 2.5 hours worth of people. It's been 2 hours 20. No, sorry, it's longer than that, isn't it? That's 3.5 hours. That's 3.5 hours of people that have 220 minutes is what it's been. That's 3.5 hours of people that have to go elsewhere in this park. They've got Jaws closed. They used to have Transformers. That's now no longer even on the map. One of the roller coasters, that's only a max spinner with like 16 seats. That's not a high capacity attraction. It doesn't have enough attractions for how many people are visiting the park. Super Nintendo World, the nostalgia. The second time I went on it, we did actually stop once. I did understand a little bit more about how to shoot. I think it's far too complicated for the bulk of people to understand, particularly on one go. They only get one go on it. But the land itself during the day, and I'm glad I saw it in a nice sunny daytime, looks fantastic. It is a trip down memory lane for me. One of my favourite areas going actually. The Donkey Kong roller coaster to be added to that is going to be a slam dunk, I think. If you're finding this video because you are planning a trip here rather than you actually watch my videos all the time, please do subscribe. It does really, I like the video, it really helps and makes me want to put the time and effort into doing videos with more tips type stuff rather than just documenting the day type thing. I did start the day here at 6 AM, 5:58 I was outside that gate. I don't regret that because it meant because right at the end it looked like for a long time I wasn't going to get my ride. But one last thing about that actually, I was waiting for 80 minutes in total and that was 40 minutes downtime. So it said 80 minutes for single riders as we walked into the queue. So actually that was a 40-minute queue. They do, sometimes for good reason, overestimate the queue time isn't always to sell faster. It's sometimes to manage expectations. You always feel better if you've got on a ride quicker. You're like, oh, it's an hour. Oh, it only took 40 minutes. That's great. It's like, it's still 40 minutes, but you frame it in a different way. I hope if you've got any questions about anything, pop in the comments down below. And if I remember, because it'll be a while before this video goes up, if I remember, I will comment with answers or recommendations of what I think I can help with. And if I don't know, I'll just say I don't know. And if you've watched every video from the Japan trip and the Asia trip, then God help you. So thank you. And I'll see you in the next video, wherever that will be from.